Good afternoon. You are watching us live from our main studios here at Sokotra, and this is your show, the one-on-one show with me, Pausman Fall. In the studio today, I have a guest who is a special person, a lady who is a writer, who is very smart, very intelligent. I know she is loved by all, but I know people will love her even more after this program, as we have a lot of things, a lot of important things to discuss. But before her introduction, if you want to be part of the program, you all know what to do. Like I always say, follow us on all our social media platforms. We are on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And this is Jungle Online TV. And what we do is edutainment. We entertain at the same time. We educate. I won't do anything but to allow her to, introduce herself. Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the one-on-one show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. Can you please tell us a little about you and your educational background?
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, Gambians. Hi, my name is Fatoumata Bayo. I am the author of Sorrows of a Stepmother, the awardee of the Best Female Writer for Emerging Writers at the Kunta Kinte International Book Festival. I'm currently at the UTG studying political science, and of course, I'm also the author of My Husband's People.
Awesome, wonderful.
Yes.
What an introduction. Like I just said, I know people will definitely love this program, because just the introduction is more than enough. She has won a lot, and she is really doing a lot as long as writing is concerned, and she's just a second student here at the University of the Gambia. I wonder what will she do if she start off fourth anyway. But okay, and Miss Bayo, we know that you are a writer, isn't it? A very good one for that matter. And you've won a lot of awards. So I think being in a fraternity whereby we know when it comes to the Gambian perception, men dominate the writing fraternity, isn't it?
Sure.
Being a lady, although you might have your family support, but even though it will be a little bit challenging, isn't it?
Sure.
People will tell you that this fraternity is not for ladies. I know we have best writers, the likes of Chimamanda, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, so on and so forth. But being somebody who came from the Gambia and the perception, the societal perception that we have, it will be very difficult. So what motivated you to stick into writing up to date?
So writing for me just came like that. So it was this one particular day, I came from school, and one of my sisters called me and she said, I have a title, I want you to write something about it. Back then, I don't know anything about writing, just like that. I told her, okay, what am I going to write on? And she said, I could remember she gave me a title on God's Time is the Best.
God's Time
and
is the
yeah,
best.
and she told me, can you write a story about that? And then that was just how I grabbed my pen and a paper, and then I wrote something about it. I gave it to her and she was very happy. She told me that I think writing is your talent. It was just from that day on, I kept writing. It's not like something motivated me. From that point on, I feel like writing is just for me. And then that's how it all started.
Wow,
Yes.
interesting, interesting. A lot of people usually have some sort of motivation or somebody that inspired them, but your inspiration came naturally. Like you don't have anyone that you look up to or anybody that inspired you to be a writer. So it comes naturally, just because your other sister also played an eminent role, isn't it?
Yes.
Which is really interesting, and I know you will also be a sort of inspiration to many young people that are watching this show today. And the next thing is, you as a writer, after writing your first assignment, I can call it, like, how did you feel?
Well, I feel happy. Writing is not like literature is not very common in the Gambia compared to other countries. We're really lacking behind. You see, like you only see quite a little number of people whom you see with books and all that. Writing literature is very minimal in the Gambia. But then I feel very happy because people embrace what I wrote. A lot of people like it, and then they gave me beautiful comments that would definitely made me brought this new one out.
Wow, wonderful. And based on my own personal research, I was meant to understand that you wrote a whole lot of books, isn't it?
Yes.
But is this your first time launching a book?
Yeah. No.
No, it's the second time.
Yes.
It's the second time.
Yes.
Good. and you wrote a whole lot of books, isn't it? And the one you are about to launch is on December 3rd,
Yes.
isn't it? The 3rd of December, and it's My
Husband's People.
My Husband's People. Yes, the title, My Husband's People.
Yes.
I think our discussion today will be primarily centered on that. Even the name, My Husband's People. I mean, men, if we look at that title, I'm not saying it's offensive, it's not, to be honest, but literally, it's something that we know. I mean, it's something that is kind of feminist.
Yeah.
It's obvious that ladies will win in that book, to be honest. So I want you to tell us a little about My Husband's People.
So a lot of times that's what happens whenever someone sees the title, he or she is like, what? It's either against men. Are you a feminist or are you married? Those are the two things people always tell me. Because definitely they feel like the book would definitely be against men. But if you go through the book is basically not against your husband himself in particular. Yeah, it's about your husband's people. That is like the people, your husband's family.
Yeah.
So that is how the book is about. So if you read it, I'm very sure you will not feel like it's a whole feminism stuff and all that.
Okay.
Yes.
Understood. Well, wonderful. Well, fellow men, you've heard what she just, said here. So it's not about something that is based on feminism or anything like that. She's talking about, I can say, particularly in-laws, because in-laws might be the primary, people that you are referring to, but you have the right, because you have brother-in-law, you have sister-in-law, we have, mother-in-law and father-in-law, but at the end of the day, like what Mufti said, who is the law? Good. So, in this case, you will one day be the law, isn't it?
Yes.
You'll one day get married, and then that's it. So it's quite interesting. So, My Husband's People, what was the motivation about? Where do you have this inspiration? Because it's not something that is literally like natural, whereby you'll just wake up one day and say, okay, I'm going to write something against my husband's people. So there must be some source of, inspiration that inspired you to talk about, your husband's people.
Yes. So I had a story about this one. There was a woman. She was a nurse. And then she got married to her husband. But before marriage, the man promised her work after marriage.
Okay.
But immediately they got married, the family of the husband says women's places are in the kitchen. So the wife was not supposed to be in the office instead of kitchen. Yeah, she is supposed to be in the kitchen. And then because of that, the wife kind of rejected that idea, and then she got divorced in the process. So that was the story. That is the story I had, and it was what motivated me to write about it.
Interesting. And looking at that story, don't you think there's a little bit of conflict when it comes to legality and immorality?
Sure.
Yes, there was an agreement which is legal, isn't it, between the wife and the husband. But morally also, or should I say religiously also, your husband has the right or the mandate to stop you from working.
Yeah,
isn't
if it was the husband. But actually in this particular case, it was the husband's people that interfered, that your wife wasn't supposed to be in the office instead of in the kitchen.
Okay.
And basically, I feel like no one has the right to walk to someone's house and say your wife is not supposed to do this, but she's supposed to do that.
Wow. Wonderful and interesting as well. I will not discredit that fact anyway. But in other words as well, don't you think, was that enough reason for the lady to divorce the husband?
The case, in the book, if you read the book, you will realize that this particular woman, even though the husband's people said, you have to divorce your wife if she don't quit her job, the woman quitted her job. Yes, she did that. She left her job just for the husband. But even so, it's just that, if you don't like somebody, that's just a fact. You will try as much as possible to throw her out. And that was what happened. Even after she quit the job, they tried so hard and then end up, throwing her out.
Wow, awesome. Wow, interesting. I'm yet to read the book, but I have just fallen in love with the book. I believe I'm going to be one of the first fan that will, read that book, because even based on the way we are conversing, and I know myself and anybody that is watching out there will definitely want to read that book. And the date is December 3rd.
December 3rd.
Interesting. Inshallah, I believe the entire Gambia will definitely want to witness that,
Sure.
especially
They should.
ladies.
They should.
Especially ladies. Yeah, so we know you've been a writer for quite some time now, and you have, I wouldn't myopic your experience, I'm going to say a lot of experience, because writing just a book is not easy. Talk less of writing a whole lot of books, at the same time winning, some really good awards that are worth commending. So, I mean, what is the basic challenges that you face as a female writer?
So Gambia, we have a lot of challenges. Like, we have a lot of fraud stars. Let me put it in that way. We have a lot of fraud stars who would tell you, I can edit books. I'm a publisher. You pay your money to them, and at the end of the day, nothing comes out of it. So that is a challenge, not just me who face it as a young writer. A lot of us face that in the Gambia, and it's really heartbreaking.
Wow, that's something else. And do we have like National Writers Association?
We do have a Writers Association of the Gambia, but I don't know if we have that particular space in there that you could go and report this type of stuff. Like if someone defraud you, I don't know if you could go there to report some stuff. But I have experienced it, and I have known some people have also experienced it. So this is really a major challenge that we go through as young people in the writing industry.
Yeah, don't you think also, for example, it is the responsibility of the Writers Association to, come up with like good editors, like that can be editing your book. So whenever a writer, write something, they can take it there. They will be the one to edit it. So there won't be anything like this. Not just to set up a committee that will oversee these forgeries or fooling somebody, but if we have like good editors, like whenever you write a book, you take it to the, those institutions, so that they can edit these books for you people. So you wouldn't have to go to the extent of facing this, predicaments, because it's literally heartbroken, and it's disheartening as well. Imagine a young writer, you have to go through a lot, sacrifice a lot, look for finance, and then put so many resources together just to make sure that you have, just one book. At the end of the day, somebody come and then scam everything. Yeah, it's more of, I see it as a demoralizing factor.
I know, right?
Yeah, it demoralizes a whole lot of people.
And the problem is, if you complain, they are like, Harry Potter, I don't know if you know her, or they're like, whenever you try to complain, the only thing they will always say, Gambian young writers always want to be famous. They are so in a rush to have their own book.
Yeah.
Harry Potter failed several times, and then, she's doing great.
Yeah.
I'm like, I always against that, just because Harry Potter failed so many times does not mean I'm supposed to fail on that particular time.
Absolutely.
So it's very crazy. Yeah.
And Harry Potter's destiny is not your destiny.
I know, right?
Yes, there are certain people that are created to even fail more than Harry Potter. But there are certain people also who are created to fail less than Harry Potter. So you just don't want to inculcate Harry Potter's destiny in mind. It does not really make sense. So let bygone be bygone. If don't just justify things by saying that Gambian young writers want to be famous, and that does not concern them. What concerns them is the work, the agreement that they had. You are an editor, you want to edit a book, you have been paid, do what you are supposed to do. Leave the rest to the hand of the person that wants to be famous or something like that.
That's just it.
Absolutely, it's painful. It's painful, and I believe the Gambia Writers Association should definitely look into it, and then having a country. I always say this: having a country that is, even if half of the population are writers, it's good.
It's great.
Yeah, because it contributes a lot in the national development.
Sure.
Because it also shows that majority of the people in that country are educationists. I always say this: I've never seen a country that was developed by the least educated people, isn't it?
Sure.
So having young people that love writing and they are ready to venture into writing you should support them,
Sure.
but not, I mean, try to do things that will demoralize them. It's really something else. And then I will want to also talk about the big event. Like, I know you've been preparing, because launching is not easy.
No.
It's really difficult, especially you are a young writer, and I know you are famous. Anyway, you are famous, you've been winning awards. So, I mean, on that day, December 3rd, inshallah, I believe people will come, people will want to see something different, people will want to see something unique. So, how are you coping with the preparation?
We are on it. It's difficult, as you said, but then we are progressing little by little, because we have a whole month left in front of us. So I'm very sure by the time we reach to December 3rd, everything will be settled.
Everything will be settled. And you have a team, and you have,
Yes.
Wonderful. That's really good. And how about sponsors? Because whenever we talk about launching, I mean, it requires a whole lot of finance.
I know, right?
Yeah, and I hope sponsors are also, trying to show their support, because definitely you deserve to be supported, because you've proven it beyond reasonable doubt. To be honest, you've won a lot of awards, and then this is not your first time. So let's say you are launching a different book, and there are a lot of books that are that are to be launched subsequently anyway. So I hope that sponsors also can. And I've attended a lot of book launching, but female book launching, I don't think I've ever attended anyway. Yours might be the first one. I think that a lot of male, launching, example of DM cameras, yes. So I think yours, inshallah, might be the first one I am going to attend. I know many of my colleagues also will want to attend, because, I mean, what's the title again? My Husband's People. Yes, it's something we definitely want to read, so we can also learn from it. We are all chief bachelors as at now, so we will know how to control our people, so we won't have to fall into that trap of divorcing anyone. So, I mean, it's really interesting. We will be just going for a short commercial break, and we will be right back.
Introducing Jungle Entertainment Universe, your ultimate destination for professional music recording and production. Are you a musician looking to take your music sound to the next level? Look no further. At Jungle Entertainment Universe, we've got everything you need to bring your music to life. Step into our state-of-the-art facility, equipped with top-of-the-line instruments and cutting-edge technology. Our grand piano, digital mixer, and live band drum set are here to make your tracks soar. But it doesn't stop there. Our collection of excellent recording mics ensures every note is captured with pristine clarity, preserving the essence of your music. While your creative journey unfolds, relax and unwind in our comfortable reception with its welcoming atmosphere. It's the perfect space to prepare and gather inspiration. And that's not all. Our team of experienced producers are ready to bring your vision to life. With their expertise and passion, they will guide you through the recording process and help you achieve the sound you've always dreamed of. So whether you're a solo artist, a band, or a voiceover talent, Jungle Entertainment Universe is here to elevate your music to new heights. Don't wait any longer. Book your session today and experience the magic of Jungle Entertainment Universe. Jungle Entertainment Universe, where your music becomes extraordinary.
Welcome back after that short commercial break. You've seen and you've heard the wonderful discussion that I am having with this amazing young writer here, Miss Fatoumata Bayo, and she does not like to be addressed in such a way. She just wants to be addressed in the most simple way. Just say Fatoumata Bayo, and I totally disagree as long as what she does is concerned. Imagine a young female writer who has won a lot of awards at the same time launching her second book, does not want to be addressed formally anyway. But I know those that are watching won't agree, and I myself here, I won't agree. Just to remind you that you are watching us from our main studios here at Sukuta. And if you want to be part of our programs, you all know what to do. Follow us on all the social media platforms. We are on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And I hope all of you are enjoying the wonderful discussion I am having with this incredible lady here. And don't forget, she is about to launch another book on December 3rd this year, 2023. So I know the venue and the rest will come out later, but just mark the date. And for all those that are, literally ready to sponsor, she deserves to be sponsored because she really, know what she's doing and she can. And then don't hesitate, just give out your best and then support a Gambian. Supporting one female writer means supporting any other writer in the Gambia, and she really deserves it. Welcome back, Miss Bayo, after that short commercial break.
Thank you for having me.
Wonderful, and we've really discussed quite a lot. It's really interesting as long as your career is concerned. And now I know whether you know it or not, whether you accept it or not, you've been a role model to many young writers. So if you are to advise them, what will it be? Because I know you face a lot of challenges. You only highlight some, but not all. And I know being part of the writing fraternity, like I said initially, which is being dominated by male writers, it's really difficult. There will be a whole lot of critics. There would be a whole lot of things that you have to encounter. So maybe people like you or people that are looking up to you might, want to face one or two challenges and say they won't be able to continue. So what would you want to tell them?
So I want to tell you that you have so many challenges, but challenges only makes us stronger. There's the saying that says if you fall down and you get up, that is not a crime. Or if you fall down and then you remain on that ground because you're shy to get up, that is a crime. So you're not supposed to do that. So I'm sure you fall down, especially in our this society, you fall down, you will meet with every kind of people who would promise you good and then fail you. But I want to tell you that don't give up, just continue working, and there'll be a time you will meet with the right person who would make your dreams come true.
MashaAllah, wonderful, great. And I believe we've all heard what she just said, and I know young writers will be motivated. Once again, and also another thing, I came across this lady. She also loves writing a lot, and to my surprise, she's the same size with you. Probably might be the same age. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, I know of this size because I've seen her. So, but she's a writer, but the family refused to support her to an extent that they were forcing her to, get married to this guy. But she's a Sarahule as well. Being a Sarahule and a Fula, it's more like a tradition.
Yes.
And then whenever your parents said yes, you dare not say no, isn't it? So, situations like that has been happening, isn't it? And I believe you are aware, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what advice do you have for people or parents that, just when your child is in love with writing, but you said no, writing is something that only male can do, isn't it? So what do you think that parents should consider? Like, what are the features or mechanisms that you believe parents should consider before just depriving their female children from what they want, especially when it comes to a profession that is dominated by men?
Writing is very, very important. I see no reason why someone would stop his or her child from writing. But if you are in that situation, I'm talking to the parents, please, if your child loves something, especially if it's not bad, I would rather you let him or her do it, support her. And I think whenever we do something that we love the most, we will come out the best version of us, like we will come out the best. But if you force us into something that we don't really want, it will not work. Because at the end of the day, it's not you, it's us. So if we don't put in the best, it will never work. So I'm telling you, please, if your child wants to write, please let her write.
Yeah, we heard that from the female writers. She said, if your child wants to write, please let her write. Okay, so, this question might be a little bit personal. If you are to get married to someone who's not a big fan of writing, how will it be?
I'm not sure I would want to get married to someone who is not a big fan of writing in the first place. writing is just me. I love to write all the time. So if someone who is not supporting to writing, then you just go left and I'll go right.
But there's a possibility.
No, no, it will not work.
I saw.
No.
I saw.
Yes.
I know writing makes you happy, like you've told me several times, and whenever you write, you feel rejuvenated, you know. But sometimes also having a husband is something that is literally eminent.
Sure.
And who knows, you know, you might not just know the type of husband you're going to have, and you might not know the type of guy you might end up falling in love with.
I mean, in this generation, do you think we have someone who is not into writing this generation?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But let's not also exempt the actual possibilities.
Yeah.
It might happen, isn't it? And then knowing writers fully well, especially female ones, they are very inquisitive. And sometimes, because you love to write, God will always give you something to write about. Now you are writing, you are about to publish a book which says My Husband's People. Who knows, after getting married, you might even write what my husband does not like, isn't it? I know, because writers, they are naturally gifted. You know,
Now it makes people scared of me already.
not actually, but these are things that can definitely happen, isn't it? These are things that can definitely happen, and I'm not praying for you to have a husband that does not like writing anyway, because writing suits you, and they said if you love someone, you definitely love anything that makes him or her happy, isn't it? So let's hope for the best, but we will not also rule out the possibility, because I want your fans, I know you have a lot of fans, so I want them to know who Fatoumata is and how Fatoumata thinks, isn't it? Especially, I know you have a lot of suitors. There's one problem that you have. Gambian men don't really, like ladies who are too smart. So sometimes you also have to play a little bit dumb, because if you continue acting smart all the time, it's going to be a problem. They will be very afraid to approach you. And secondly, you always put on this veil, and it looks beautiful. It suits you perfectly well, isn't it? But it's also a form of respect, a form of dignity, isn't it? Plus, you are smart. So all these things are going to serve as obstacles for men to come and approach you, isn't it? And the awards you are winning. So you see, all these things are something that even a man, if a guy or a suitor is interested, it's going to be something else, because that's what they normally do. They said, no, boy, to be honest, she's nice, I like her a lot, but look at this lady. She has been winning a lot of awards. She has launched like 2 books. And imagine one of the titles of these books is My Husband's People. So obviously, she might be a little bit of, feminist-minded, feminist-oriented, isn't it? So all these things are going to serve as obstacles. So what do you think? What will you tell men? Yes, you have to tell them something.
Well, like I said, in this generation, I'm not sure we have someone who has all these things that you are saying right now.
Why do you keep doubting that possibility? I want an answer, but not actually trying to extricate yourself from the actual answer that I want to hear. Yes.
Like I said, if I meet with that type of person, you will just go left and then I will go right.
Good. So men, if you know that you don't like writing, don't even waste your time. Isn't it? Okay, so it was good to have a little bit of chit-chat outside the box, and we will now go back to the big event. You've explained some of the procedural preparation that you people are doing. I know you are yet to select a date, venue, and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be easy. And I believe this is not your first time, so I should not tell you that. And you have to intensify whatsoever you are doing, because December is just at the corner, isn't it?
Yes.
December is just at the corner, and I am optimistic. I don't know why, but I'm optimistic that it's going to be like an extreme success.
We hope so.
Yes, because you deserve it. Because you've won a lot of awards that I myself here would want to win someday. Not even on the writing aspect, but maybe on the journalism part or any other thing that I am doing, isn't it? Even me that is interviewing you today, you are already a role model to me, isn't it? Funny, huh? So those are things that happen, and you've advised young young writers as well, which I am really proud of, because even at home I have like niece and nephews who really love writing, isn't it? So I know they will love to watch this, video from here. So, and I know you will inspire them a lot, because even yesterday I told them, like, tomorrow I will be interviewing, a very young lady who's very smart, and she's a writer as well, so I know if, they have what it takes to be here today, they would have been, so, but this is it, isn't it? This is it. So in regards to the preparation, I know you've mentioned how far you people are, but are you people facing any challenges as long as the preparation is concerned? Because I know a lot of people are listening and they might want to help, but they wouldn't know the areas to help. And Gambians have this problem, that is to approach someone. So I believe if they hear it from you, perhaps maybe it might be a stepping stone for them.
Okay. So writing book is what we love, and that is we are writing books because we love it. But I think we'll be more happier if you buy our books, because the book launching also will be launched together with the association, Caring Psychiatric Patients Association.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a new founded association that we just started. So we want to launch both of them on the same day. So if you want you to come out in your large numbers, we buy a lot of books so that we help the association, and then we bring out more books, we publish more books. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I know our institution also, all of us here, the guys from the control room, the hijab guy, the hijab lady that is watching now, half fellow presenters, all of them will buy, isn't it? Yes, all of them will buy. What you need to do is immediately on the day of the program, everybody is going to come, inshallah, and I will be the one to take the books and give to all of them, and then they will make sure that they will buy, isn't it? Because supporting you means supporting national development, isn't it? And you are one of our own, isn't it? And we are super proud of you, and kudos to you and your entire team. And they are alerting us that our time is almost up, and this is what I always say, this is why I hate time. Whenever you are having something that is really nice and something that is really important, they will intend to distract you, especially the guy we have at the control room. Yes, he is very strict with time. Yes, he wouldn't want to give you even a second as long as your time is over. So I will allow you to give out your concluding remarks, but also if you can talk more about the event that is coming. And yeah.
So thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I want to thank all my fans for supporting what I do. I want you to come on December 3rd, and let's support one another. Let's make it a success. And association that are also involved with mental health, because we are launching that association also, Caring Psychiatric Patient Association. I found it and I'm the president. I want to launch it on the same day. So if you are a mental health association, I want you to join us that day, so that we will celebrate anything that has to do with mental health challenges, and of course we would celebrate the book together.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you've had just what she just said. Everything about her is honestly eloquent, and then she's the president as well. So you see, so whether you are a psychiatric patient or not, let's just come out in our large numbers, support and do what is expected of us, because if we have great talent like her, and the only thing we can do is to support at the best of our ability, which is really, really important. This was what we have for you today at your in your one-on-one show, and I am your favorite host, Pa Usman Fall. And don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and follow us on all the social media platforms. We are on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Till I come your way next Wednesday, the same time, the same place. Thank you.